What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Chiefs Comments with Kramer. I'm yours truly, Kramer Sansone, and this is Chiefs Comments with Kramer. Remember, a show that's all dedicated about your questions, comments, and concerns leading up into this upcoming week's game. This week, Monday Night Football under the lights here in Kansas City as the New Orleans Saints travel into town. We welcome them in here. We welcome Derek Carr back in here. Not in a Raiders uniform, granted, not in a Raiders uniform, but in a Saints uniform. We welcome him back this upcoming Monday night. The kickoff at 7:15 Arrowhead time. Yeah, today we'll discuss your comments, questions, and concerns regarding all of the Kansas City Chiefs. And also, if you have anything else that's regarding, Kansas City in general. There was this team that they share a parking lot with that is advancing to the American League Divisional Series in Major League Baseball. Congratulations, Kansas City Royals. Made sure I had to get that in on this show because just had to. It's a great time to be a Kansas City and like myself, and things are only to keep improving. If you haven't done so already, please like this video, whether if you're watching it on YouTube, if you're on X right now, please give us a little retweet, a share, a like, a little bit of love, because we just thank you. If you do, thank you. If you don't, thank you. Thank you for tuning in no matter what. Make sure you turn on notifications, because if you don't turn on notifications, you don't know when we go live, such as Chiefs Council right here at 2:30 every single Thursday. But if you don't have notifications on, how do you not know when every single day at noon? Daily Fix with Ron Hughley. Grant, hopefully you get feeling better, Ron. I know you're a little under the weather, so hopefully you get to feeling better soon. But yeah, Daily Fix with Ron Hughley. Make sure you have the notifications on right there. Brian B. Shinan Show. Make sure you get the notifications on for that. Veach Season, Show and BK. Anytime, even like after the game, turn the notifications on. We are always on, no matter what, every single day on Club Foolish Media. Remember, this is the show that is dedicated to you before we get to your comments, which if you haven't done so, we have comments already that was sent to me previously before we started the show. But if you would like to chime in throughout the show, feel free. We'll get to any question, comment, or concern as long as we're live doing this. But injuries, we start the show off with injuries. Rashee Rice, Andy Reid talked to the media today. There's still some uncertainty about his knee. Apparently, he's been walking around the facility. It is swollen still. And if you don't know anything about knee injuries, you can't really tell on an MRI if your knee is still swollen. For this case, Rashee Rice's knee is still swollen. So that second opinion does kind of matter. Apparently, he's walking around almost just as fine as he would just walk as you and I would be walking around the entirety, like say around work, around the water cooler, into the restroom. I guess he's just walking fine, but he's probably still gingerly. It probably still hurts because it was just an unfortunate turn of events during that Chiefs game against the Chargers this past week when Mahomes basically injured Rashee Rice. If we're just going to make it clear cut and dry, Mahomes hurt Rashee Rice. It's a freak accident, but other things that happen on the injury report, it's not on the injury report yet. The practices are still going, so we're going to see the full report later on for what the Saints and also the Chiefs are going to be dishing out there. But I've been seeing some rumblings around X. Not sure how much true it is, but Kareem Hunt could possibly be showing up on the injury report list this upcoming day. I'm not sure what the uncertainty is on the injury, but he might be up on the list and maybe a limited participant, maybe a DMP. They have until Monday night in order to play. And who knows, with the CEH could actually be activated this weekend. Maybe Kareem Hunt is possibly hurt. We might see CEH actually suit up for once this upcoming this season, and actually can't wait and look forward to that because that dude has been through a lot this season, and I've been thinking about him ever since his mentals was getting to him. And you know what, man, take your time. Like, seriously, take your time. If you're not ready to come back, please speak up. And because everybody's mental is important to me, even if I don't know you, even if you just need to get better, check your mentals as always. But this is Chiefs Comments with Kramer. Have a comment, make sure you put that comment in there right now. We'll get to it. But let's see. Where's that little sound bite of my guy, Steven Serta, at? Where you at, Steve?
Let's get to the comments.
All right, first comment today that we're going to highlight. Where are you at, comments? There we go. It's from Cam. Kelsey saw 4 more targets when Rice went down. Rice being out, does that bring back the unstoppable duo with Kelsey getting 10-plus targets? It's interesting because, yeah, he got 4 targets whenever he got out, but that game was absolutely ugly when it came to the Chiefs when throwing the football. Remember, Patrick Mahomes against the Chargers only completed 19 passes for 245 yards, and we only saw Travis Kelce get 7 receptions that game, Xavier Worthy with 3, 4 from Noah Gray. There's 2 from Justin Watson, 2 from Kareem Hunt, and 1 from Carson Steele. But 19 pass completions is very low from what we've seen in recent past with what Patrick Mahomes can actually do on the field. Do I think we're going to see more targets? Sure. I mean, you'd have to. If you got one guy going down, that means another person's going to step up, and it depends on who's going to step up. Travis Kelce has had a terrible season in 2024 so far. And, I mean, if you think about it, too, Patrick Mahomes has had a terrible season as well. And the fact that this team is 4-0 is absolutely unthinkable. I still feel confident going into this upcoming week against the Saints that they could easily get the job done, knowing that they can get the job done already without being down a wide receiver heading into the season, now being down to their number 1. It might be a little bit difficult, but I think the Chiefs can clearly get it done. Can we see 10-plus targets from Travis Kelce? Sure. Yeah, we can easily see that. But we can also see easily 10-plus targets from, I don't know, Xavier Worthy, Justin Watson, Juju Smith-Schuster. I think we're going to see a lot more I guess we're going to see more gadget plays from McCole Hardman, the old Jet. Is he going to be able to take flight? I would love to see that as well. And I'm curious to see how this offense is going to work on Monday night against the Saints team, who's been very good on the defensive side of the ball this season. Even though they're going into the game, I think, was it 2-2 record? Their offense has been absolutely phenomenal under Derek Carr and being able to throw the ball down the field. They've been doing that, so I'm curious how to see if the Chiefs can defend that deep ball. And we already know what Derek Carr is going to do. We've seen him plenty of times against the Las Vegas, whether if he's wearing a Las Vegas Raiders uniform or an Oakland Raiders uniform. He loves to find that offensive or defensive pass interference that's downfield. He's going to target that. That's going to happen, and you're going to see some chunk plays being emerged from the Saints because of said Derek Carr. So if that's the case, and that's going to be an all-out shootout, hopefully, you're going to see 10-plus targets from Travis Kelce. And I'm curious to see if it's going to be Travis or if it's going to be somebody else. But somebody's going to get targeted heavily, and we're going to see it here rather soon. This is from Travis. Chiefs got to sign/trade a weapon at this point, right? Not necessarily. This is a team that brought back in McCole Hardman, brought back in Juju Smith-Schuster because there was I don't know if it's a talent issue that this team had, but I think from how everything's played out so far, the Juju Smith-Schuster signing was a security safe blanket. The fact that the Hollywood Brown got hurt. How training camp happened this year, I'm still truly shocked that we see Sky Moore still on this team, and I was shocked that they kept Sky Moore rather than keeping Kadarius Toney. If I'm being quite frankly honest, do they? I don't know. I don't know if they have the exact funds that you would actually need to go get a guy. I know that we saw earlier this week that Amari Cooper was a name that was floated out there because the Browns were able to convert some of his signings into the signing bonus, so it would take it down to that cap. So they at least have some sort of wiggle room if they were to go out there and get Amari Cooper. But I think this team is just A-okay with what they have, what they've got so far. You got to see this team step up. I mean, we're at this point in the season now, 5 weeks in, that we could easily see some guy on this team be like, hey, let me carry the rock here. I got this. Throw me the football here, Pat. Because why not see some dude step up that's already in a Chiefs uniform to be like, okay, we can start gravitating towards this guy. This is actually going to be something special for us. This is going to be all right, this is my guy. This is the person who I'm going to start going for and start rooting for because he's stepping up. He's staying healthy. He's being able to. I don't know if they trade anybody. I really don't. And this next comment's going to lead into the possible trade for what the Chiefs have. And from Cameron, which trade target is the better fit? Devontae Adams, Darius Slayton, Amari Cooper. Do the Jags look to move an overpaid receiver with Brian Thomas Jr. looking like a main target? Now, let's just start with the Brian Thomas Jr. Mentioning here. The only reason why Brian Thomas Jr. is actually showing out is because Evan Ingram's been hurt. Evan Ingram is the biggest turning point with that. They facilitate the entire offense around Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram's hamstring injury has been aggravated this season. He hasn't been – it's hurting my fantasy team a lot. If I want to add that in there. Him being hurt is not good for the Jaguars. That's why Brian Thomas Jr. is stepping up. Once Evan Ingram's back, we're going to see everything in that offense start gelling, I believe, with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now going to Amari Cooper.
Do you really want a guy on this team that can actually drop the football every single time that is being thrown to him? We saw him drop it. He's leading the league in drops. He had one just this past week that bounced off of him that ended up being an interception where the Raiders won that game against the Browns. Darius Slayton is interesting to me. It's intriguing. A big body. I'm not sure if the Chiefs will actually want to go out there and get him. He's been an underwhelming receiver since he was drafted. So I don't know if he's the guy that you would go out there. Devontae Adams, they're not trading in. The Raiders will never. I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if a Raider team would trade with the Chiefs no matter what. They're not going to give they're not going to hand over Devontae Adams to the Kansas City Chiefs. But if there was a fit from all these guys, I mean, it's Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is clearly the best name on this list. Darius Slayton not going to happen. I don't think Amari Cooper's going to happen either. It'd be interesting to see what does truly happen here. Maybe Christian Kirk from the Jags if nothing does happen with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Christian Kirk, I'm joking. Christian Kirk's contract is way too massive. It's seriously hard to trade for somebody, I believe. There's a guy like Hunter Renfrow out there in free agency that could easily sign if they wanted to and be a very good pass catcher. Because that's all you're looking for right now. Looking for a guy that can help you get down the field and get first downs because we're seeing the Chiefs struggle getting first downs this year. It's odd. Mahomes is forcing the football a little more, and he's actually not playing the game well. So I don't think it's the right time right now to even go try to acquire or even add somebody to this team. This is coming from C. Rich. Matt Nagy is the problem. Okay. Is he the problem? I think he is too. This team has played so differently since Eric Bieniemy has left, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing because they still win, but it's not like how we used to see. But also, is it a crutch right now that we're still envisioning that Patrick Mahomes from back in when Matt Nagy was here the first time, and then when he left, we saw Patrick Mahomes still do some Patrick Mahomes things that we've seen him still throw the football, get as many touchdowns as possible, get those yardage ups, throw less interceptions. Are we starting to see when they brought back in Matt Nagy and having him being the OC now? Are we starting to see him getting a little bit complacent? I wouldn't be shocked. I don't feel like he has a desire. He knows what his plays work. He's just going to continue to use the exact same plays that work. And now it's at this point in time can we talk to Andy Reid? Is Andy Reid going to be able to talk to Matt Nagy and say, hey, this is what's going on? Because we've already seen how quarterback rooms work when it comes showing us from what Hard Knocks is, whatever they want to show us, however it works back then, where the OC is always with the quarterbacks. I mean, he used to be a quarterback coach anyways, so it only makes sense. But now can Matt Nagy still talk and upbeat Patrick Mahomes every single week so far? Patrick Mahomes has looked bad after every single game he's played. Since week one, I haven't seen a very good Patrick Mahomes-esque type of moment that has sparked my interest. It's kind of sad because Patrick Mahomes is the guy. He's the GOAT. He's supposed to be the GOAT, but he's not playing like the GOAT, and that's not a good look right now for this Chiefs. It's just great the fact that they're able to be 4-0, and you got to think of one person and one person only behind them being 4-0. That's Andy Reid. Well, you know what? Let's thank two people. Steve Spagnuolo has been a very good defensive coordinator still, even after losing his most dominant defensive player that he's had, since still having Chris Jones on this team with L'Jarius Sneed, that secondary. They've done great things that way. So Matt Nagy could be the problem. I think he actually might be. This might be the last season we see Matt Nagy here. It'd be wild, too, to think this is Matt Nagy's last season, even if the Chiefs do win the Super Bowl. I don't think he should come back and be the offensive coordinator. We need to see something different here, especially some guy that can actually, help motivate Patrick Mahomes, because that's not happening on the sideline whatsoever. Mahomes is still making bad plays, and he's still playing like a bad quarterback, even though he's still the best quarterback in the league. It's for me coming out of my mouth saying that it just feels wrong, but it's the truth. It's definitely the truth. It's come from Jordan. If they three-peat with this team, the GOAT debate stops. Oh, so the GOAT debate between what is it? As a Pat Mahomes and Tom Brady as the GOATs of the quarterback room or the NFL? Is that the case? Is that the case here? Do we see the three-peat happen? For right now, yeah. I don't see anything derailing us unless another injury. The only thing that's going to ruin the three-peat is injuries. Hopefully we don't, knock on wood, never root for injuries. I hope every single person in the league on any team stays healthy the entire season, but that's just not possible. It's just not how the NFL works. The GOAT debate will stop once he does happen to win this three-peat. They do three-peat, it will never happen again in the world. But the scary thing is, people, is when they three-peat, do you want them to four-peat as well? Are we going to continue let's get that 4, let's get that 5, let's get that 6? If they can easily do it, It is insanely hard. Let's get to that three-peat right now in that debate, and then we'll go to the next one. It's interesting. It's a good debate because how many Super Bowl rings does Brady have? At 7? He's like, is it 7? I'm pretty sure it's 7. Mahomes is 4, 3 or 4, 3. So it was what, 20? The last 2, yeah, he's 3. Does he need all the rings in order to surpass Tom Brady on the GOAT conversation, or is the three-peat just overrule it and trump it? Like I think that trumps it. I do. Also, if you haven't done so right now, if you would like to comment or participate in any of the Chiefs comments with Kramer, if you reply right now on X, if you reply right now on YouTube, or however you're watching this, put in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. What's the final score you think this upcoming week is going to be on Monday Night Football? I'd be curious to see what the overall thoughts are, because something that I have to do a little bit later on is since you may all know I work for Arrowhead, part of the Madden guide there. I got to get back. I got to dive into the laboratory of seeing what the Madden sim is going to be, and I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to play out, especially under the lights with updated rosters, with setting things going that way. So that's why I'm curious how the injury report's going to look whenever it does come out. Which, you know what? Let's take a quick look. I'm going to take a quick look right now to see if the injury report is even refreshed or even put out on the Chiefs side. It has not. Nope. No report yet, as we're still going on here on Chiefs Comments with Kramer. Actually, like the video, subscribe. Don't forget to turn on notifications as we continue with these comments. All right, so this one didn't fit on all of it because it was a paragraph that Kobe sent me. So this is the first part of it. Kobe, everyone's been playing too high against the Chiefs. If Worthy is the only deep threat now, do teams start shading one high over Worthy, bringing the other player down to play the run and stop the quick pass game? I think another receiver has to get going, or Mahomes will be getting locks he's not used to. Okay, let me bring that back up. I don't think if they're still going to play two high safeties on Patrick Mahomes, they're not going to bring another guy down, because one-on-one Xavier Worthy, that safety is going to get burnt every single day. Like, that's a one-on-one matchup at safeties does not want to get involved with. That would just be treacherous for him. And if you're bringing the other guy down to help triple cover what they're doing to Travis Kelce this entire season, which he's been double covered, he cannot get open to save his life. And I don't know if it's him not being able to get off his break, get off his jump, or if they're just continuing to hound him in that 5-yard zone where they can beat him up a little bit, where he can't actually get out of that 5-yard stretch like they've been doing. I'd be very curious to see. They're going to continue to stay with a too high safety against Patrick Mahomes. If you want to try to win, that's exactly what you'll do. Remember, these games that the Chiefs have won so far have been one-score victories. It's not like they're blowing the water out of blowing the water out of the park. It's not even a correct term of use of that words. I have no idea. I'm an idiot. You're going to stay too high safety on there, or you're going to get beat every single time. Heck, go for a 3 high safety if you want to on Patrick Mahomes, but then that's going to also bring a lot more people. That's going to open up. You still need to say that too high on Mahomes, and because if they go one-on-one safety-wise, Worthy's is going to dust them. But going on that second part, I think another receiver has to get going on Mahomes. Will be getting looks he's not used to. Another receiver will step up. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. I hope we see the old Juju Smith-Schuster show up. We won't. But I want to see a little bit, some of what we saw with Juju Smith-Schuster in a Steelers uniform happen a little bit, since, there is playing time to go around right now. And if it's a guy who steps up, who used to be a former elite, was he an elite wide receiver, though? Was Juju Smith-Schuster ever an elite wide receiver? He had that one good season because Antonio Brown was on the Steelers with him, and he got great looks the entire time from Ben Roethlisberger. But is that the only season we think we can actually confirm that Juju Smith-Schuster was at least elite level that season? I'd love to see Juju. He'll never go over 1,000 yards, I don't think, unless he gets fed to on Monday. If he gets fed on Monday, it's going to be a fun time in the Chiefs wide receiver locker room. It's from Michael. This is the last one I've got that was sent prior before the show. Remember, you can always send comments before the show happens. X, however you can get a hold of me, just get a hold of me. And we will discuss this on here. This is from Michael. Were the Chiefs hiding when it comes to the Rashee Rice injury? Out of Hardman, Juju, Moore, and Watson, who of those step up? All right, for the first question, were the Chiefs hiding when it comes to Rashee Rice? And I don't think they're hiding anything. I think they truly want to get a second opinion. That swelling has to go down here. I've had a couple of MRIs on my knees. I know exactly what it's supposed to be like. I know, granted, they probably get theirs done. I'll tell you, MRIs are scary. If you've never had an MRI done, I had one back when I was in the 7th grade. So technology was quite different by the time I got the one just recently within the last 3 years on my knee. It was crazy when I was a kid. Wasn't too bad this last time, but technology is so crazy it could probably check Rashee Rice's knee within less than 5 minutes if they wanted to. But the swelling is so around the knee, you're not going to be able to get a good look on an MRI. And his swelling is still there from reports that were saying today. I think it was Nate Taylor who posted it on X that Rashee Rice was walking around the facility just fine, but still that second opinion does matter. I think the second opinion truly does matter. I got a second opinion on my knee, and I was very confident about it. And luckily, I went and got the second to figure out what exactly was wrong, and it was great. So maybe that's exactly what's going to happen with Rashee Rice. Now on the second, but they're not hiding anything. They just wouldn't hide anything. But I do enjoy that question because I feel like the what's that team in San Francisco, the 49ers, they were hiding so much about Christian McCaffrey, which I feel like is a little bit criminal, especially for the people who like to sports gamble or even the people who like to play fantasy football, because they at least hid that with what he was doing here. I don't think the Chiefs are doing exactly what the 49ers are doing about hiding injury status when it comes to Rashee Rice. We saw what happened. We at least know now with Christian McCaffrey that it's when Achilles tendonitis is what it's in both legs, which that seems like that would be absolute hell. I pray nothing but to get him recovered, because I can only imagine walking day to day with Achilles tendonitis. Luckily, that's not what we're seeing here with Rashee Rice. We know it's his knee, and we know he's walking around. We know he's getting a second opinion. I don't think this is going to be as serious as what everyone thinks it's going to be, but they're not hiding anything. And I love how transparent the Chiefs have been this entire time, especially when we heard what Andy Reid's had to say today. But out of Hardman, Juju, Moore, well, it's not going to be Sky Moore. I'll just end that name right now. Sky Moore is not it. He's not that guy. I would love to eat my words on that, but from what I've seen so far with Sky Moore within the years the snaps that he's already played for the Kansas City Chiefs in a uniform, it's just not going to cut it in order to be the guy who's going to step up, because he likes to quit on plays, and we saw that clear as day last year. I'd love to see Justin Watson be one of the guys that steps up. I think he's one of the most reliable guys to Mahomes. Whenever he needs a completed pass, he's actually going to get the job done. That's what Justin Watson does. Now, let me get rid of that. Hardman, I could see him step up a little more, but I want it to be Juju Smith-Schuster. Please, Juju. Please, Juju. Can we please get you to have 2 touchdowns, 150 yards on this upcoming Monday night? Can we see it happen? Maybe, possibly. I don't know. No, but that'll do it here with this edition of Saturday's with Kramer. That's my other show on Chiefs Comments with Kramer. So my final score prediction for this Monday night football game, I have the Kansas City Chiefs defeating the Saints. The final score let's go with the final score of 24-21. A Harrison Butker field goal seals the deal and wins it for them. That'll do it here with the Chiefs Comments and Kramer. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you do subscribe, repost it, share it to a friend, turn on notifications, do all the shindig for that. But we will talk once again. Well, you know what? Will we talk once again next week? I don't know. You know what? I don't think we're going to be having a show next week. It's a bye week for the Chiefs. So we'll see. Turn on notifications, though, because then you will know if the show will go live, because at every single 2:30 on a Thursday, Chiefs Comments with Kramer is always live. Have a good one, everybody. And you know what? Good luck, Royals. Let's do this. Let's do this.